Hello, good day. I am Julian Joseph C. Torres, and today we will talk about the personal relationships in late life. In the book, it says that our stereotypes often leads us to believe that old age is a time of loneliness and isolation. While, yes, it is really true because older adults have far fewer people in their social networks than the younger adults do. Kasi syempre naman, as we get older, um, we are tend to be more picky sa mga people na we, um, we let them see the real us. We tend to be more picky sa mga tao na mas kikilalanin natin, sa i-close natin. And yes, younger adults really have more people than older kasi when we are younger, we are more communicative, we are more in the socializing process era in our life. We like to know more about people, we like to talk about people, and we like to share the life that we had to other people. But that doesn't mean that older adults are necessarily isolated and lonely, because despite their smaller social networks, older adults retain a close circle of confidence. Yes, I think, yes, it is really true. Kasi napansin ko din sa mga lolo ko, hindi man sa totally lolo ha, pero yung 60 below na ng mga tito and titas ko, konti na lang yung circles nila, but it is real. Yun yung bagay na as young generations, we people don't have, kasi naman as young as we are, we like to talk about people, we like to have many as friends that we had, right? And those close circles na meron yung mga older adults, that relationships has a big impact on other adults, because the relationship older adults do maintain are more important to their well-being than ever, and that relationships help keep their mind and memory sharp. Kasi siyempre naman, kasi napapansin ko din dun sa lolo ko, I'll take him na lang as an example. When dun ako sa bahay at our small village in Midsayap sa Barangay Kiwanan, may mga times na he values those small circles that he has, and napapansin ko din na when he is around with his small circles, yung mga friends niya back then when he was younger, I see him at its happiest, kasi when they talk about those mga dumb things na ginagawa nila back then we are younger. And I think it is very important that despite konti lang yung friends nila, or despite konti lang yung people in their social networks, still it has a big impact on them, because it helps them ease the pain, or ease the what do you call that, yung mga life happenings na it makes them more lonely. Kasi naman 'di ba, sabi nga naman 'di ba nila na friends are not just friends, but they are sometimes our therapy, our brothers and sisters that helps us ease our pain in life, and helps us ease the burdens that we have and that we carry every day. And here in our personal relationships in late life, we had the 3 dimensions that we will tackle. The first is the theories of social contact and social support. And according to the book, Social Convoy Theory, aging adults maintain their level of social support by identifying members of their social network who can help them and avoiding those who are not supportive. Older adults retain a stable inner circle of social convoys, close friends and family members on whom they can rely and who strongly affect their well-being. Yes, 'di ba? Sabi ko nga 'di ba sa example ko doon sa nakikita ko sa lolo ko, nakikita ko na may isang may isang big factor din na as he gets older, yung friends niya is still intact pa din, is still dun pa din para sa kanya. Nagiging isang big factor siya in a way na when times gets rough, he has the people, or he has someone to rely on. Kasi naman, 'di ba, as we get older, syempre mas naisip natin na yung mga beautiful things that we had or that we experienced back then. And it is nice to experience, it is nice to look back those experience with the people that we love, or with the people na we share the experience to. And a somewhat different explanation of changes in social contact comes from socio-emotional selectivity theory. As remaining time becomes short, older adults choose to spend time with people and in activities that meet immediate emotional needs. Thus, even though older adults may have smaller social networks than younger adults do, they tend to have as many very close relationships, and they report greater satisfaction with their relationships than do younger adults. Their positive feelings towards old friends are as strong as those of young adults, and their positive feelings toward family members are stronger. So, in short, yung point lang here, ang gina-point out lang dito is that yung mga older people, or mga older persons that we know is yung mga close people, yung mga close circle nila is nagbibigay din ng satisfaction sa mga needs nila as a individual. And that positive feelings toward old friends could be the strong factor na makabigay din sa kanila ng reinforcement to still live. And also it says here that kasi 'di ba, as we get older, we tend to think na syempre our time is so short, so we should use our time in a way na it could be more memorable para someday we have things to look forward to and things to look back to. And that's the main point here. And ang main point na ginamin dito sa theories of social contact and social support is that in every relationships of older life, the social contact and social support of the friends is very important kasi syempre it gives a big impact on them, on their well-being also, na somehow they had the chance to feel the sense of belonging, the affection and the love of the people who supports them, and who they had shared contact with. The second dimension is the importance of social relationships. Most of us want and need the support and love of others around us, and we are happier when part of a social community. Yes, the importance of social relationship is one of the dimensions of personal relationship in late life kasi social relationships impacts or has a important value on old age people kasi syempre when they feel accepted, or when they feel loved, when they feel supported, and when they feel part of a community, it gives them the hope, the love na to still look forward day by day, live by day by day. And strong social relationships are important for health. Yes, it is important Kasi when our social relationship to other people or to every people is strong, we tend to be more healthy in a way na syempre madaming tao nakakakilala sa'yo, madaming mabuti sa'yo, as well as mabuti ka sa kanila. Syempre, it gives you the reinforcement na to still live day by day. So that is the main point of the importance of social relationships. And the third dimension of personal relationship in late life is the multi-generational family. Historically, families rarely spanned more than 3 generations. Today, many families in developed countries can include 4 or more generations, making it possible for a person to be both a grandparent and a grandchild at the same time. This has led to the rise of multi-generational families, in which grandparents, their adult children, and the grandchildren live under the same roof. I think that every one of us can truly relate or can truly understand what a multi-generational family. I think it is very self-explanatory kasi as a Filipino, some of us, or I believe, madami sa atin lumaki sa mga lolo at lola natin. And the only point here is that multi-generational family is a structure wherein your parents and your parents' parents live in a one household or live in a one family. Yes? Yeah, live in a one setting or live in a one house. Moving on, we will talk about the marital relationships in old age. Under marital relationships, there are 3. The first one is the long-term marriage. I think that each one of us has their own definition what a long-term marriage is, right? In simple words, long-term marriage is a couple who are still together in their late life. And in the book, it says that couples who are still together in their old age life says that they are happier in marriage than they were in younger years. Important benefits of marriage include intimacy, sharing, and a sense of belonging to one another. Yes, I think that in old age, when matagal na kayo, I believe that it totally gives you the connection between mas kilala nyo ng isa't isa. Syempre, mas mag-strong yung foundation or mas mag-strong yung relationship nyo both, knowing na throughout the years na nagsama kayo, intimacy, love, affection, and belongingness are alive, and that 4 things serves as the cornerstones and the foundation why long-term marriage involves in your marriage. The second marital relationship is the widowhood. With increasing age, death of a spouse becomes more common, and more so in women than in men. Women tend to outlive their husbands and are less likely than men to marry again. In our country, Philippines, mas nakikita natin at mas napapansin natin na usually babae talaga yung unang mabiyuda in every old age relationships or in every old age marriages, right? And in every byuda, syempre, women are less likely to remarry again kasi syempre, mas nahihirapan sila to cope up with those things, with those death of their loved ones, especially their lover. And according to the book, men are more likely to remarry again if sila yung unang nabibiyuda in every marriages. And I think that in some point, it is true kasi madami ako nakikitang ganun sa Midsayap, especially sa mga neighborhoods namin. But then again, I think that it is okay naman. It only depends on the person if they want to remarry again, or still they chooses to just to live with it na wala na yung partner nila. And the third marital relationship is divorce and remarriage. Divorce in middle age and older adults, although rare, has risen. The divorce rate has approximately doubled since the 1990s in adults ages 50 and older, and it has nearly tripled in those 65 years of age and older. According to this book, men are somewhat more likely to remarry, a difference that emerges sometime in middle age. So, sabi ko din kanina, 'di ba? Men are likely to remarry talaga in every marriages, especially in old age life. And when we talk about divorce, I know divorce is very complex and very sensitive right now, especially na yung divorce is not legal in our country, Philippines. And I think that in every marriages sa old age life talaga, women is likely to choose or wanted a divorce, but then again, still we're living in a country where divorce is not still legalized. But then again, I think that remarriage is not totally that uso, hindi man din sa uso, but then again, it is less likely to occur in every marriages. I'm not generalizing it, but somehow konti lang yung nakikita natin ng mga old age partners na to remarry again another partner when they are not more gratified with their past or current partners. And I think that as a individual, and as a citizen na lang, or as a Filipino citizen living in a fast-paced country, I think that we as individuals ourselves should open the possibilities in life, kasi syempre we're living in a 21st century where technologies are developing, where laws are also growing itself, and changes are occurring more and are developing more. And I think that it is time for us na to be more open with this possibilities. Okay? And I think that ends my report. Okay, see you guys.